Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about ninth grade high school curriculum choices. I'm a homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos, and my oldest will be starting high school next year. This will be our 9th year homeschooling. So if you'd like to see what we picked out so far for the upcoming year, stay tuned. So for my son's 9th grade year, the first thing that we did was try to purchase something to help us stay organized. And I do have some loose leaf papers thrown in here because I was just kind of jotting things down my own way, but I quickly realized that I'm going to want something all in one place, and it'll help me keep his transcripts and things like that in order. So I went ahead and I purchased from the Well Planned Day, or the wellplannedgal.com, and I'll link it down below, this little booklet here. This is Journey the High School Years with Confidence, Well-Planned High School 4-Year Forms. So it's a thin book. I think actually what I'm going to do is unbind it and put it into a binder so that my notes I can add in as I want. But this is a great little book. It's got a sample of transcripts in it. It has exploring electives. It just has a lot of information, and then it gives you room to do their junior high summary and then get started on their high school years and planning those out. So this will be our first adventure in high schooling homeschool, so it is exciting, and we're nervous, all the things, all at the same time. So we just want to be prepared as we can for it. It takes you year by year. So freshman year, it's got some notes to kind of guide you along, a freshman checklist by semester, and then it also has here, it is your curriculum plan, so subject, publisher, title, source, price, order date, and then down here, title, literature list, and then activities and community involvement. And then as you turn the page, you're still in freshman year. It gives you July summary, August summary, it goes month by month. So you can that in. It goes through December, so I'm assuming that's first semester, yeah, because then at the end it's got room for projects and notes, and then here it says semester summary. So it's just a nice, neat way to kind of organize their high school years. So I'm hoping that this will help with us just keeping everything organized. So now on to the actual curriculum that he'll be doing. For math, we've been doing this math for several years, and it's worked great. He really enjoys it. My younger daughter is also starting to use this math, and that is Math You See. So like I said, we've used this for a couple of years. He is getting ready to go into algebra, so we have purchased the Level Up set for algebra because we already have the blocks and manipulatives that go with it. So we purchased what they call the Level Up set, and that is the workbook, the student workbook, the student test book, the instruction manual. So this one is a hardcover one, and it has the answer key in it for the parents, and then it also comes with a DVD for them to watch the lesson. So if you're not familiar with Math You See, they watch a short video with Mr. Demi is the instructor, and he explains the concept to him that they're going to be learning, and then they go in. What my son does is he goes in and he does the work on his own. Very rarely do I have to come in with the instruction manual and re-explain things. That's not to say we've never done that. We have had a few where we come back in and we do that, but for the most part, because math is not my strongest subject, it has worked out brilliantly for us because he just kind of watches the video and does his work, and then mom can come in and check it and make sure we're on the right track. So that'll be for math. For his science, we are going to be doing Biology 101. He is chosen to do, I let him choose his science, and he chose biology. So this one is a Christian high school level DVD course from Westfield Studios. And like I said, I will leave a link to everything that I can find links for down below. We purchased this from christianbook.com, and it is just different discs or the watch, and then it also has another disc that has the PDF quizzes, and it says, on disc D is a guidebook and quizzes covering the material presented in each segment, and it is considered a one-year high school accreditation program. So this is a Christian biology. It is biology according to the days of creation. So if that is not something that you want to have in your sciences, just be forewarned that it is goes by creation, or it is a Christian curriculum. But again, on the flip side, if it is something that you are looking for, I'm excited to do this because my son is very much an audiovisual learner, meaning that he can watch a video on something and really soak it in. So this, I think, is going to work out well for us. And then for English, we are going to be using Bookshark. This is an older version of Bookshark, and it is just the language arts part of their curriculum. So Bookshark is a company where you can purchase the entire year in a box. You can go in and say, I am teaching this grade level, and they will put all the things that you need for that grade level and ship it off to you. But we went ahead and purchased just the language arts portion for him, and this is, like I said, it's an older one, so it says level 8, but if you go onto Bookshark's website now, they've renamed it to level J, and it says for ages 14 through 16. So language arts is not one of his stronger subjects, and so I feel pretty confident that this is going to be a good guidance for him. It's all laid out for you. They have your lesson plans basically printed out for you, and you just kind of follow it along. And you can pick to either have a 5-day school week, or you can pick a 4-day school week. Now, if you watch my daughter's curriculum for 3rd grade, I will link that video also down below for you. We are doing Sunlight with her, so they are very similar. And hers is the 5-day schedule, and that's because I purchased hers. I purchased hers used, and that was just the option that was available. But I'm going to kind of tweak hers a little bit to narrow it down to 4 days. A 4-day school week works well for us, and then we always try to include a fun Friday for our 5th day. So for my son, I was able to get the 4-day Bookshark plan, and then it just has exactly what they're going to be reading and the things that they're going to be doing with that. And then I will also show you all the readers he has to go along with his literature plan. Here are the readers that my son will be doing for the language arts this year. These are not in the order that they go in the curriculum. They're just honestly the way I have them stacked up on the bookshelf for now. So the first book on the stack here is Enchantress from the Stars by Sylvia Engdahl. I'm going to probably mess up so many of these names. I apologize. And then, and the foreword is by Lois Lowry. So that is the first one. The next one is Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nymph. We'll also be reading The Gamage Cup by Carol Kendall, The Outlaws of Sherwood, Robin McKinley, The Westing Game by Alan Raskin, The Giver by Lois Lowry, Ronald Dahl's Going Solo, The Thief by Megan Wallen Turner, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson, Pictures of Hollis Woods by Patricia Riley Giff, and A Child's Anthology of Poetry. It is edited by Elizabeth Sword, with Victoria Florney McCarthy, and then illustrated by Tom Port. So we will be using all of these books this year in his language arts. I purchased the books separately. You do have the option when you purchase from Bookshark to buy all of the books from them, but I know we believe we had this book already. And then what I did was just go on like thrift books, and I found some from there. And then I also purchased some from eBay. So I just went through and purchased a lot of used books and just kind of went down our list of what we needed and what we had and pieced it together that way. So for his history, we are going to do For You They Signed. This I also purchased off of christianbook.com. This is the spiritual heritage of those who shaped our nation. And so this goes through the Constitution and the men that signed the Constitution, and it has a history on them, and it has a short history on the different men that signed the Constitution. This gentleman here, William Williams, honest politician. It gives a Proverbs because this is Christian curriculum. The cause of liberty is the cause of God. Gives when he was born, his birthplace, education, occupation, whether or not he was married, how many children he had, the age at signing, and when he died. And then it gives we've got some notes in here from my husband and my son had already started this. So this is actually really, really interesting. And my husband, when we picked up this curriculum, he was very interested in it. So he wants to do this alongside with my son. So he wants to take over the majority of teaching this with him because it looks super interesting to him. And I absolutely love that aspect about homeschooling, is that it is a whole family thing. It's something that my husband can dive in and say, yes, I want to have a bigger participation in this with him. And so he's going to do that. And we did purchase the worksheets that go with it. So this is just, just what you would expect. A little quiz, questions on there for them to make sure that you are soaking in the information, if you will. And this is also high school accreditation, so this is also worth 1 unit for going towards his history. So we'll be doing that next year. And then for his physical education for PE, he has decided that he would like to learn how to play baseball. He's never done it. We've never put him in like Pop Warner or any kind of thing like that. He had not expressed an interest in it before. So that's going to be another subject that his dad is going to take on this upcoming year and just kind of teach him the basics. And we will be working out together and just kind of making sure we're staying in shape. And his dad's going to teach him the ins and outs of baseball. As far as Bible study goes, we are going to continue on with the Who Am I series from Apologia. We are currently in the second volume, which is the Who Am I and What Am I Doing Here? This has been a really great series for us. So Bible study is one that we do all together. It's a group subject. My son is working in just the regular notebook and journal they have. And what you do is you have a hardcover book here, and it has different stories. And sorry, my window's open and the wind just gusted through, so I'm not sure if you can the camera picked that up. But what you do is you read through it. We read through it together as a family. I usually do this over breakfast with them, and then it has some fun, thoughtful questions in here. It has crosswords. It has little, sometimes little books that they will put together. I'm trying to find a page that's not written on because I don't want to divulge too much of my son's his own personal information, but it's got questions you can answer, and then it has little projects in the back. Sometimes you cut, and it's works more like an interactive notebook in that sense. So he does this notebooking. My daughter, who will be in 3rd grade, so we started this in her 2nd grade year, has the junior notebooking, and then it also has a coloring book. And my son, who was in kinder this year and will be going into 1st next year, but is special needs, does the coloring book alongside us. So we all listen and we read the story. We have some really great discussions about it. I think we're going to continue on with this, but I have not purchased volume 3 yet, simply because we haven't finished volume 2. So we're going to be working through this over the summer, and then when we get more towards the end, we will purchase the next one. He is also going to be doing geography, but that will be this summer leading up. And so I will leave a link to that video if you'd like to see which curriculum we picked for that one. He has decided he wants to do that during summer school and just get a head start on his credits. But that is it for my son's 9th grade year. I'm so excited that we're here. We feel incredibly blessed that we are going to still be able to continue to homeschool. I hope that this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please be sure to leave them down below. Let me know if you are homeschooling, if you've just started, if you are a veteran, if you have been doing this for many, many years, and what you're choosing, what curriculum you're looking at. Thanks so much for watching.